what's up? Welcome to or back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Dani doll. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys a beginner-friendly Lollipop Lyra combo. Make sure to follow me if you guys are interested in more tutorials on Lollipop Lyra, pole, and other fitness-related things, as well as my life in the entertainment industry as a performer, agency owner, and studio owner. You guys can also follow me on Instagram for my personal account and the studio's account, where I post more content related to my performances and all things aerial. But yeah, let's get into the combo for today. So for today's Lollipop combo, guys, I'm going to teach a beginner combo that I typically teach most of my beginner students here at Dollhouse Fitness. We're going to learn a Delilah mount into Delilah, Martini, vine climb, scissor seat into birdie. First things first, we're going to start with our Delilah mount. This is pretty much going to be the most common way that you mount into the Lollipop Lyra, and it's also a move. Delilah is a different move within itself, but I'll go ahead and demo what a Delilah mount into a Delilah looks like. So to break that down for you guys, we're going to have our hands gripping the hoop. My thumbs are wrapped around and I have a really nice strong grip. In pole world, we call this a stronghold, and it's going to be pretty similar to where our biceps are slightly curled, aka we don't want to reach too high to where our hands are pretty much straight. We want a nice slight bend here. I like to reach just right above my head. Again, you don't want to reach too high, because otherwise you're going to have to pull really far up, and that's just going to be more work. So above your head is a perfect height to grip those hands. As you can see, my right hand is on top, which means I'm going to hook with my right knee pit onto the hoop for my Delilah mount, and then sink it down into a Delilah. So this does require a bit of upper body strength. You're going to have to do a little pull up. However, if you are on the taller side, as well as a beginner, it is okay as a beginner to just kind of swing that leg over. However, it does look a lot cleaner and nicer when you pull your body weight up and then lift that leg up and over. So that's what we really want to work towards. So for that Delilah mount, we want to slightly pull up our body weight and then swing the leg up and over. And notice how I'm keeping my lines really nice and straight. I'm keeping my leg straight, toe pointed, and this other leg comes up in a passe. One more time, just mounting into the hoop, into Delilah. So that's our Delilah mount. A pro tip for the Delilah mount is to really use your upper body, use those biceps, use those shoulders, back muscles, everything. Basically using your arms to pull yourself up. You're doing like a little mini pull up. And then using the hip flexors and core to get that leg up and over on into the hoop. Knee pit is going to grip onto the hoop, and from there you're really squeezing the hoop with that knee pit to stay locked in. From there, I'm going to extend the arms down and drop my body back, and now we can bend that back foot and we are in Delilah. And if you want to get fancy with it, you can grab that left foot with that left hand. Just make sure you've got a nice strong grip with the right hand to support you. A tip for your Delilah hang is to continue to keep squeezing that knee pit and pushing down into the hoop. Yes, it doesn't feel very great. It's a little spicy in that knee pit. You might have some hoop burn the next day, but it's what you need to stay stable up there and have good contact so you don't fall off the hoop. So make sure you are squeezing in that knee pit. And tip to get that back leg back in that pretty Delilah shape. Driving the glutes to really send it back, keeping that foot nice and pointed. You can even do like a little arch in the back to really just give you even better shape, look more bendy, beautiful lines. And if you feel comfortable, you can take that opposite hand off, grab that back leg, and you can even pull it even closer. You can pull it closer to your head and you'll be super bendy. Now, once you feel confident in that Delilah mount to Delilah, we can go ahead and move on to our next move, which is Martini. And it's one of my personal favorite moves to do, especially to teach to beginners. It's one of those tricks that looks a lot harder than it actually is. So I'm gonna demo it from Delilah, a Delilah mount. And this is what it looks like. So for the purpose of doing this as a combo, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you how to get into that Martini from our Delilah. So we're here in our Delilah, and from here, since my right knee pit is hooked onto the hoop, I'm gonna bring my right elbow and hook it on into the pole. From there, I'm gonna extend the left leg up and straight and grab that left thigh. From here, I should feel pretty secure enough to let go of the left hand. And I'll demo that on this side so you guys can see what that looks like from both angles. So again, from a Delilah mount, or Delilah, no, stop spinning. We're gonna hook that right elbow into the hoop, bring the left leg up, right hand is gonna grip the left thigh, and we can release that left hand. Hopefully I do a full rotation here so you guys can see what it looks like from the front. Tip for the Martini. So knee pit is squeezing, elbow pit is squeezing, left leg is nice and engaged, straight up and pointed. Hand that is in that elbow hang will be grabbing the opposite thigh, aka the thigh that is going straight up and down. Yes. And honestly, that's all the tips I have in Martini. Martini is, like I said, one of those things that looks harder than it is. Once you're locked in that Martini trick, you're pretty locked in and you're not going anywhere. Once you've got the Martini down, we're gonna go into a vine climb. And a vine climb is a really common way of climbing our way up into the hoop. I'm gonna go from a Martini. Martini, do 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 boop boop. That hand is gonna come back onto the pole, and we're also gonna bring our right hand up and start climbing our way up into the pole. Another tip for the vine climb is you're using your upper body strength to climb up into the hoop, but at the same time, whichever leg is hooked onto the hoop is actively pushing down into the hoop to kind of get you up there. So think about pulling up with the hands and pushing down with the leg. So push and pull. So from our vine climb, we will naturally come into what is called a scissor seat like this. And now I'm really spinning. Note that my hands are right beside me, kind of like in the middle of the hoop. This is a good place to have them. Also note that I'm on my front thigh, on the back of my thigh, on that meaty, fleshy part. Otherwise, I'm gonna be in my hoo-ha and it does not feel good there, okay? So we wanna make sure the hoop is on our thigh. Tip for the scissor seat, you wanna have your hands right here in the middle of the hoop. I mean, you can play around with hand placement, but I personally always have them right here. You wanna be on that inner thigh, whichever leg is in front of the hoop. You wanna be on that inner back of your thigh and not in your hoo-ha because that will not feel good. So you want to have it here. Trust me, it's a lot less painful when it's here and it looks better. So in order to create that nice line in the scissor seat, I am engaging my entire leg from my quads to my calves to my feet to my toes. Even my toes are pointed. My ankle is working to get a nice pointed foot, and you want to do that in both back legs. On the back leg, I am engaging my glute a little bit to, you know, create a nice shape like these. And while I'm up here, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to go into birdie from the scissor seat. It's a really nice transition. So our hands are gonna stay exactly where they are. Please make sure your thumbs are wrapped. That way we have a really good grip on our hands. Legs are nice and straight in this little scissor position. I'm gonna start bringing my body through the hoop in the front, fully extending the arms. So basically I'm bringing my chest down. I'm gonna bend that front leg into a passe, and the back leg, I am really engaging my glutes to drive that back leg up nice and straight and creating this beautiful line. You can also play around with different shapes here, which is what I love to do. You can bring that back leg back and create like this beautiful little stag. You can extend the front leg, maybe extend the back leg. Lots of really fun things to do in birdie. Tip for birdie, want to make sure our thumbs are wrapped and we have a really nice grip. We want our grip to be just exactly from the scissor seat. That's why I said to grip here from the scissor seat. That way you can have an effortless transition into birdie. From birdie, we're gonna extend our arms all the way back and our chest is gonna come down. The hoop is gonna be on our front back thigh still, and then it's gonna come on the front of our other thigh. So back thigh, front thigh. So you'll feel the hoop making contact here. And to create that nice shape, again, make sure your lines are clean, toes are pointed in that passe, and glutes are working to drive that back foot up if you'd like, or straight. Also guys, I forgot to mention how to get out of the combo. So to dismount from this combo, you'll get up exactly how we came in, which was our Delilah. So if my right leg is in front, I'm gonna go to my left side. I'm gonna start to opposite vine climb down to my left side, rehook, and now I'm back at Delilah. And I can just dismount from here, nice and clean and controlled. That's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this beginner-friendly combo. If you attempt to try it out, let me know how it goes in the comments. Let me know what other combos you guys would like to see or tricks. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to give me a follow if you aren't already subscribed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!